Hi everybody, I'm Rick and welcome to the table for another Yu-Gi-Oh! Speed Duel match here. What's this? A match not on Dueling Book? That's right, there are actually two people sitting at the same table this time. We have Ryu 95 Ken on the left, playing a variation of Warrior against Tech Support on the right. Guess what? Playing a variation of Warrior. We got a Warrior mirror match in a sense coming up here, but with some very different cards. Interesting to see what's going to happen here, but we have Ryu starting off going first. He's got the Gear Free the Iron Knight in attack mode. That's 1800 attack monster, very prevalent card in the meta today, and a back row, passing his turn to Tech Support. Tech Support's going to draw, and he's got heavy back row to start. That's 3 cards in the back row, and noticing his skill is Bandit Keith, whereas Ryu 95 Ken's skill is a Weevil Underwood. Interesting to see what those are going to be. But Tech Support, thinking about playing a monster here. Gearfried the Iron Knight is a strong monster to beat over. He's going to need some big power here, or maybe something like a Command Knight set, if he is indeed playing a good warrior archetype here. We have a Blade Knight in attack mode, okay, and with the cards in the back row, that puts Tech Support's hand to 1, so Blade Knight's actually going at 2000 attack. That would have beat over the Gearfried, but Ryu has the Windstorm of Ataqua. The classic Windstorm of Ataqua there in the back row. And now it is Ryu's turn. He's got 2 back row set, keeping the defense strong and Gearfried is staying alive. Blade Knight's defense is only 1000, so Gearfried will be able to comfortably beat over this. And he's got an Amazon Swordswoman as well on the field, which is 1500 attack. Gearfried going to swing at Blade Knight. Tech Support's going to activate the Kunai, which is going to put Gearfried in defense mode, rather, but the Amazon Swordswoman is still going to be able to swing over Blade Knight, so he did not have a way to stop that attack. So Kunai in the graveyard, Gearfried in defense mode, and now Tech Support with no monsters. Tech draws here, 2 cards in the back row. Let's see if he has another good monster here, some more stopping power. Alright, Tech Support's setting a card, setting a monster. Most likely going to be the Command Knight if we're seeing Warriors. He's going to activate his skill, which is the Switcheroo. Great skill to see. Switcheroo, twice per duel in your main phase. You can essentially shuffle a card into your deck and then draw a card. Really good looting technique. No graveyard interaction at all. This is just shuffling into the deck and drawing a card. Ryu's going to cut there and Tech's going to draw. Let's see if that gives him another back row to play around with. Now he's going to pass his turn to Ryu, comfortable with the face-down monster that he set. Ryu going to set another monster here, swinging Gearfried back into attack mode, and he's going to try and beat over this monster. And it is a Zombina. Gearfried going to beat over that, but Zombina's effect's going to get Blade Knight back out. It's at 2000. Now Ryu very smartly capitalizing on Swordswoman's effect to have Tech Support take the battle damage, and he activates the half shot. What a great combo. So that Swordswoman is not going to die due to half shot. He half shot his own Swordswoman, and her attack is halved. So Tech Support has taken some serious battle damage thanks to Swordswoman's effect. That puts him all the way down to 2750, and all monsters stay on the field. It's going to be Tech Support's turn here. Alright, Tech Support's got the Bashing Shield on Blade Knight, which is great. 1000 attack bonus. Blade Knight's at 3000 right now. That's huge. And he's got another Blade Knight. So one 3000 attack Blade Knight, one 2000 attack Blade Knight. The Blade Knight equipped with the Bashing Shield is swinging into the Amazoness Swordswoman. That's a great play by Tech Support because Bashing Shield's additional effect is that you take no battle damage from battles. So he will not be able to take the battle damage that Amazoness Swordswoman's effect would have. And he's going to beat over Gearfried for a difference of 200. So really smart play from Tech Support. The Bashing Shield's a great addition there. That puts Ryu down to 38. Alright, so Ryu just left with the set monster and set card in the back row as he draws and begins his turn. That's a pretty scary field on Tech Support's side, though, with the 2 Blade Knights, one of them being at 3000. And now Ryu can't capitalize on this Swordswoman half-shot gimmick against the Blade Knight with the Bashing Shield because Tech will take no battle damage. He's going to set another monster, and it looks like he's going to pass his turn to Tech Support. Tech draws a card. Blade Knights still get the bonus because that's only 1 card in Tech Support's hand. And Tech's got a Dust Tornado on that back row for Ryu, and that's another half shot, so clearly trying to capitalize on the Swordswoman half shot gimmick. Tech setting that other card in the back row. 3000 attack Blade Knight beating over what looks to be a Zombina. Just going to get Swordswoman back. And we got a Floodgate Trap hole on that Swordswoman. which is super good. Puts it right down into face down defense position. 1600 defense, Swordswoman, so both Blade Knights will be able to beat over that. We have a Blade Knight being over that Swordswoman. Don't want to see any Swordswomans on the field. That's a good card on for Ryu's deck right now. But Ryu, at the mercy of the top deck, going to set a card, and he's got the Gearfried. He's going to pass the tech support. So Gearfried's out there looking scared. Oh my goodness, 3 Blade Knights, all at 2,000. One with Bashing Shield put in at 3. And Ryu's just got a lone Gearfried to try and fend off this onslaught. This is going to be absolutely devastating. Typically, Gearfried is a great card in terms of board pressure, but these Blade Knights are too strong. Now, if that back row is a Windstorm of Ataqua, that's going to be... Ooh, okay. I think we just saw a Floodgate on that Gearfried, but that was pretty late. Okay, we're going to swing into... Okay, here we go. Ryu's got the half shot on the Gearfried the Iron Knight, so Gearfried will not die, no matter how many times Tech swings into it. So he bought himself one more turn, and he's going to scoop. He's going to scoop. That's game 1. That was a weird Floodgate at the end. I'm not sure what happened there, but whatever. I mean, I don't think it mattered. I think the Tech would have that with the board. So really great game 1 for Tech support. Going into game 2. So we are going into the siding phase here. Ryu's skill, most likely Hidden Parasite Moth. I'm sorry, not Moth at all. Hidden Parasite with the Eradicating Aerosol. I don't think we're seeing Cocoon here. I didn't see any Moth. Okay, we are going into game 2. Tech support up 1. Ryu most likely choosing to go second here. And we're drawing. Tech support is going to start us off with a back row and get a Blade Knight Bashing Shield out right away. That is so strong. And that's only one card left in Tech support's hand because he did go first. So Blade Knight's at 3,000. How do you answer that right away? A 3,000 attack monster. That's a lot of cards on the field that you're risking. Ryu would plus here if he had the Hidden Parasite Aerosol. But let's see what Ryu has in his hand to combat against this 3,000 attack Blade Knight. Yeah, we're going to set a monster, okay. Even if that's the Command Knight, that defense is not enough to get over, or to survive this Blade Knight attack. Passing into Tech support. Pretty weak field on Ryu's side. Let's see if Tech has another monster. And he's gonna normal summon a Zombina. Is that another Bashing Shield? We're Bashing Shielding the Zombina. What is that, 24? Blast Sphere! Oh, didn't think about that. That's probably a good side. That was definitely a side from Ryu. Good side. Obviously, Ryu knowing that Tech using the Bashing Shield, so we're going to have big damage, so we can give it right back to him with Blast Sphere. And Blast Sphere is going to be great on Zombina because it's Zombina's effect won't trigger because there's nothing else in the graveyard. Now, Ryu is taking the damage from Blade Knight, unfortunately. But it's going to be his turn here, and he's got another set monster and 2 back rows, so he's got some defense. Blast Sphere is going to go off. Zombina's effect does not trigger, and that's going to be, what, 24 to Tech. Yeah, that puts Tech at 16. Ryu at 1,000. Amazon Sage on Tech support's side. Another warrior card. This one, pretty good magic removal. It's a 1,400 attack warrior, and if it's still standing after it attacks, you get to pop a back row. So Tech's got that on the field, and he's going to try and swing in here. Most likely won't beat over whatever monster this is, with Sage's attack being just a little less, but he's looking for that back row removal, which is really good. So let's see if Ryu has a response. He's going to let that happen. That's a Swordswoman. 1,600 defense, so that's 200. Minus 200 for Tech support, but he still gets Sage's effect. Sage gets to pop a back row, and that's a Kunai with Chain. And now the 3,000 attack Blade Knight going to easily plow through that Swordswoman. Getting Swordswoman in Ryu's grave. That's very good for Tech support. And a scary field again. And no, not anymore. Ryu activates Hidden Parasite, and his set card was actually an Eradicating Aerosol Bluff, which he was able to activate there and completely wipe out 3 cards on Tech support's side of the field, leaving him with just 1 back row. Now he's going to normal summon a Swordswoman, and he's going to swing for what would be 15, but Hidden Parasite's effect is that your opponent will take half damage after you activate it, so that's going to be only 750. Tech support's turn is going to activate Switcheroo, see if he can get a card that works in this situation. Shuffling a card from his hand into his deck, and then he's going to be able to draw a card here. Quick cut from Ryu, and he draws. And it's a back row. Passing to Ryu. So now 2 back row in text field, and the game's looking pretty scary right now. Ryu was able to come back there, and he has a kunai in response to that swordswoman's attack, but Ryu was able to set another monster, so he's got some monsters here. Tech's turn, Blade Knight. Blade Knight, yes, 2,000 Tech Blade Knight, because Tech has no cards, and that swordswoman is going to the graveyard. Ryu's going to activate Hidden Parasite again. It can be activated twice per duel. There's another Eradicating Aerosol, so that gets rid of the Blade Knight, and Gearfried. Gearfried's swing is going to do it. Even with the half damage, Tech didn't have the life points to withstand that. Tech revealed that his back row was a time machine, which didn't quite work there. But that's going to be Ryu's game. Hidden Parasite, Eradicating Aerosol, him drawing both of those bug sprays was definitely the kicker for winning that game for him there. And we're moving on to game 3. Alright, game 3. Tech support most likely choosing to go second here as he did just lose that game. It is currently 1-1. Ryu to start. Set monster. Set back row. T-set and pass. Going to Tech. Tech's already Switcheroo. Good call for Tech. I don't think we've seen him use it more than once per duel, so might as well use it here. Switcheroo, shuffling that card into the deck, and able to draw one. Here's the draw from Switcheroo. And we have 2 back row. And is that a Sasuke Samurai? Sasuke Samurai! Wimpy little monster. This just came out recently in one of the recent boosters. I think it was Trials of Kingdom. But it's like a 500 attack monster, but its effect is if it swings into a face-down defense monster, it gets obliterated just by the effect of Sasuke Samurai. No battle damage calculated. So that was a Command Knight. That was a great card to destroy with Sasuke Samurai. Unfortunately, it leaves him open to be attacked into by any other monster, but he does have a kunai for that Command Knight. So Ryu is getting another Command Knight out and tried to swing into Sasuke Samurai, which would have been some serious battle damage, but Tech has the kunai, and he actually equipped it to Sasuke Samurai, which I think puts him to like 1,000, which is still pretty weak. But Sasuke's got a Command Knight of his own, so now hold on. Tech's got a Command Knight of his own, so now Sasuke Samurai I think is at like 1,400 now. Unfortunately, that's not going to beat over a 1,900 Command Knight, but all of a sudden it's not such a liability on the field. Looks like Tech's going to utilize Switcheroo again for his second time of the duel. This is the last time he can activate this skill. He's going to shuffle a card into his deck and draw a card. There's the draw of Switcheroo, and another back row. He's going to pass turn to Ryu. Ryu with another back row. That's 2 in the back row for Ryu now. Command Knight's still in defense mode, but should still be able to beat over the Sasuke Samurai, even Sasuke at, I think it's 1,400 attack. But, oh, you know, he's got one better. He's going to hit you with the Hidden Parasite. He doesn't mind his Command Knight going off the field because that's so many cards on Tech's side of the field that's going out. So that's one Hidden Parasite, and he's got a normal summon Swordswoman, and that's a Floodgate Trap Hole. Very good response to Tech support because we don't want to see that Swordswoman get that effect with the battle damage. So Swordswoman going into face-down defense mode, and Tech knows that that is 1,600, so he knows that he's going to be able to beat over this with the normal summon Blade Knight here, and I believe that Tech now is in a situation where Blade Knight is at 2,000 attack because I believe he has just one card left in hand. Yes, that's just one card left in hand, so is that going to happen? That is, even with 2 back row, that Swordswoman is going away. Ryu's turn, he's got the Gearfried. Okay, Gearfried still not going to withstand the heat from this 2,000 attack Blade Knight, but maybe he's got something cooking in the back row. Passing it to Tech support, who now has 2 cards, so now Blade Knight is temporarily at 16, and there it is back to 2,000. And we have Don Zalug on the field. Love to see Don Zalug. That's like a 1,400 attack monster that gets you a discard from hand effect. We have a kunai on the attempted swing over the Gearfried. Obviously, it cannot equip to Gearfried. Gearfried's effect is that it breaks equips, so unfortunately not able to utilize the plus 500 attack there, but able to get Blade Knight into defense mode, and Don Zalug will not be able to swing over Gearfried. Don Zalug A very interesting card to see here, but a little bit of a liability because it is a little bit of a low attack. But looks like Tech Sport is going to proactively put a kunai on Donzalug, bumping it up to 19, which will beat over. That will beat over Gearfried here. We have a half shot on Donzalug. Okay, so half shot on Donzalug is going to half the attack, and that will keep Gearfried alive because obviously the attack isn't going to beat over Gearfried, but half shot keeps Donzalug alive. So that's a life point loss for Tech Support. That brings him down to 30-50, and looks like we are just going back to attack. He's got a Command Knight now, so that's buffing Zalug up more. Now let's see if this beats over, and we have another swing into defense mode with the kunai. Unfortunately, kunai working against Ryu, unable to equip to that Gearfried. But Ryu's turn, he's got Gearfried, and now he's going to be able to defense Zalug, which is something like 1500 defense, I think, so that's going to go through. Unfortunately, Zalug not able to inflict battle damage to the opponent to get the discard effect. But there's Gearfried beating over that, and we have a set monster on Ryu's side, and now it is Tech's turn with the Command Knight out. And we have a Command Knight lock, 2 Command Knights, both at 2000 now, and now Ryu can no longer attack, because they say that you can't attack each other. So one of them's beating over Gearfried, the other one going to that back row, or that, oh, Blast Sphere, and that face down monster. So Blast Sphere is going to explode next turn for 2000, and Tech Sport doesn't have any sort of back row there, so that's going to happen. Ryu sets a monster and goes to Tech, the Blast Sphere goes off. That puts Tech pretty low, down to, what is it, 1050? And he's got a Sage. Sage Blast Sphere. Okay, that was a great play, because Sage swung into the Blast Sphere, but then Blast Sphere equipped a Sage. Sage's effect went off where it could pop a back row, and Blast Sphere was now in the back row. So actually very good counter to Blast Sphere, and Command Knight getting some damage in. Ryu sets a back row, and oh, the onslaught of warriors on Tech's side. A Blade Knight's going to do it. Ryu picks up his cards and scoops that game 3. A wide variety of monsters coming from Tech's side. Very aggressive warrior decks on both sides. Great to see a lot of these warriors that we don't typically see as often in the meta today. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please feel free to hit the like button and subscribe for more, and I'll catch you next time. See ya.